feeling like I'm academics. Can't ride away.
We'll just bring them up one by one. What the fuck? All right, here we go. All right, here we go, chat. So these were filed today. Okay. Let me get to like some of the details. By the way, they're all filed by Tony Busby, and he filed his first 6 today. Okay. Let's just get to the allegations. And the allegations, once you get past here, is saying this is from 1995. Around 1995, the plaintiff attended a promotional party at Elks Plaza for the music video One More Chance by Biggie Smalls. Okay, the event was packed with high-profile guests. While the plaintiff was dancing with friends, Combs approached her and asked to speak with her privately. Expecting an innocent conversation, plaintiff agreed and followed him. Once alone in the bathroom, Combs unexpectedly started kissing the plaintiff. Feeling uncomfortable and confused, plaintiff asked him to slow down, believing they were there to talk. Instead, Combs advanced aggressively. When the plaintiff attempted to pull away, he violently struck her, slamming her head against the wall, causing her to fall, disoriented and in pain. He tried to escape, but Combs hit her again, making it near impossible for her to move. Combs then lifted up her dress, R-worded her vaginally while she lay helpless on the floor. The plaintiff tried to resist, but her injuries and shock left her powerless. After the assault, Combs adjusted his clothing in a nonchalant manner and threatened the plaintiff, "You better not tell anyone about this or you will disappear." He left the bathroom, abandoning the plaintiff in a state of shock and fear and shame. And the plaintiff remained on the bathroom floor for a while, trying to regain her composure. The plaintiff felt intense pain from the intense blows and emotionally shattered. Terrified that someone from Combs' business might be waiting outside to harm her, they gathered their clothing or gathered the courage to leave the bathroom. They left the party, never returned since the assault. Plaintiff has avoided the news as it triggers traumatic memories. For years, plaintiff has kept the assault secret, fearing retaliation from Combs. I'm going to be honest with you. This is getting tossed. Bro, that's the vaguest shit ever. Yeah, one time in the bathroom, he just started kissing me, and then I told him no, and then he just started punching me in the head, and then I was knocked out, and then he piped me out, and then, again, we get it. I hope she has some witnesses from that One More Chance video, or she's been telling people consistently about it. That seems kind of, let me see, is this a guy or a woman? This is Jane Doe, so it's a woman. All right. By the way, there's 2 women, 4 guys in the first couple of lawsuits, all right? All right, let's see the second one. Here's the second one right here, chat. If that's all the factual allegations in that, you don't name nothing other than the music video, that's the only detail from 1995? Like, all right. So we're going to have to, all of them have the same, first things. The only thing that's going to differ is the factual allegations. In 2008, the plaintiff worked for Echo Clothing and had been employed by the company for approximately 7 years. Echo Clothing at the time was among the most popular clothing lines in the country. Okay. In 2008, Sean John Clothing also was hitting its peak. And the plaintiff has, in fact, met Combs several times in connection with Combs' development and marketing of the Sean John line. Echo and Sean John were competing lines within the clothing industry, both having large amount of success within the hip-hop community. Moreover, both lines, blah, blah, blah. All right, let's see. Around May, plaintiff was in a stockroom at Macy's flagship store in Herald Square in Manhattan when Combs and 3 of his bodyguards entered the stockroom. Plaintiff came upon Combs and his bodyguard at the T-junction in the stockroom where the plaintiff had very little room to maneuver. Combs was flanked by 2 large bodyguards to the left and 1 to the right. Immediately after turning the corner in the stockroom, the plaintiff was hit hard around the base of the neck, possibly with a pistol. Huh? The blow forced the plaintiff to his hands. Okay, this is a guy. To his hands and his knees. As the plaintiff looked up, he saw that each bodyguard had guns in their waistband. Plaintiff heard multiple voices call out things like, "I'll kill you." Combs approached the plaintiff, and while he was still on his hands and knees, he said, "Suck my dick, Echo," referring to the clothing line that the plaintiff worked for. Combs thereafter forced his penis into the plaintiff's mouth. Come on, bro. And proceeded to forcefully and brutally, orally R-word the plaintiff. He continued for at least 2 minutes until he ejaculating while orally. So you telling me a nigga forced you to suck his dick at gunpoint? After you finished, Combs threw the plaintiff head aside and said words to the effect of "shut up or I'll kill you." Combs and his bodyguards began to leave, taunting plaintiffs as they did. Combs proceeded to gather Sean John merchandise from the stockroom. He left the stockroom and headed out to the Macy's retail floor where he began passing out merchandise to a door and crowd. Said nothing had happened. A shocked and traumatized plaintiff gathered himself, went to the Macy's security to report the assault. Okay, that's good. That's good. So Macy's security should have a report of this. By this time, Combs and his bodyguard left. Plaintiff was told that someone would speak to him, but no one ever did. Shortly thereafter, Macy stopped letting the plaintiff into the flagship store. Approximately 3 weeks after, CEO of Macy's pressured Echo executives to fire the plaintiff because Macy's had signed a multi-million-dollar deal with Sean John. See, this is a lot of conjecture. Like, you have proof that Macy's pressured Echo to fire you? Echo thereafter terminated the plaintiff from employment. Plaintiff is informed and believes that a report of the assault was destroyed, otherwise purged from Macy's record. Okay, so now you're saying that there's no record of it and no action was ever taken by the result. Plaintiff ultimately had to move out of New York, still fears for their life as a result of the incident, including the plaintiff. Okay, so a nigga is saying that Diddy forced him to suck his dick at gunpoint. Okay. All right. Allegation 2.
Wait, people love me.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That seems like bullshit too, right? I'm gonna be honest. Seems like bullshit. Like, here's the thing. Even like none of those other cases, and I'm going off the cases we've seen before with Diddy. None of them say Diddy is putting guns to people's heads saying "suck my dick" or "yo, beating a girl till she's unconscious and him fucking her." That's not his MO. I'm not saying he never did it, but that's not his MO. And without you having some proof, all of these are like from a while ago, at least 10, 15 years. You're going to need a little bit more if you want me to believe it. But who knows? Maybe they're keeping everything for the discovery phase and maybe they do have more details, right? Okay, here's the third one. This is John Doe. So it's another guy. All right. Let's go down. Okay. Let's see if we could go. We got to find, once again, factual allegations. Here we go. Now, this one's about a white party. They're saying there was a white party. It was well known by many, including John Doe. There were kind of countless celebrities who were attending. 1998, again, this is something over 25 years ago. When John Doe was only 16, he was recruited out of New York City and indeed, while residing in New York City, received an invitation to one of the white parties through a mutual connection. So 16-year-old male claims he got an invitation to Diddy's white party. Okay. He felt like he had the opportunity to rub shoulders with the who's who of the industry. He thought it could be his chance to break in the music industry. Others from New York City received such an invitation to go to the party. Indeed, many of those at the party were in fact New Yorkers. The party took place at the Combs mansion in the Hamptons as John Doe entered to be spotted by celebrities. He made his way through the crowd towards the restroom and unexpectedly bumped into Combs. Shocked, John Doe found himself face to face with Combs, a titan in the music industry, standing right in front of him. Doe took a picture with Combs at a 1998 party. Okay, at least he got a picture to prove that he met Diddy, right? Combs took an interest in John Doe and wanted to talk to him. They walked to a more private area. Wait. Weren't they in the bathroom already? Or you walked towards the restroom. They weren't in the bathroom. Okay. They went to a more private area near the portable restroom and was brought in for the party. There, John Doe told Combs he was a big fan of Combs and shared his dream of becoming a star. Combs smiled, telling him he had the potential and the look. When John Doe admitted his voice wasn't that great, Combs assured him it didn't matter. Combs made it clear that the only thing that matters was having the right look in the industry. And with it, Combs could transfer Doe or anybody into a star. Despite the pleasant conversation that occurred, things took an unexpected turn for the worse. Combs abruptly told John Doe that he needed to drop his pants. John Doe, caught completely off guard, confusingly asked Combs to repeat himself. Combs made himself clear. He instructed John Doe to drop his pants and expose his penis so Combs could expect it, explaining it was a rite of passage and a route to becoming a star and also to prove himself. Don't you want to break into the business? Doe immediately felt uncomfortable, froze, and did not know what to do. Combs remained calm and stood in front of him and stretched out his hand in a cup position. Out of fear and anxiety and the imbalance of power dynamic between him and Combs, John Doe then dropped his pants, exposed his penis, and Combs previously instructed. Combs moved closer, grabbed John Doe's penis and genitals. If this is at a party, how has nobody seen this shit? Okay, cool. He firmly cupped and held on to his genitals for an extended period of time. During this time, Combs moved his hands in such a fashion to manipulate his genitals, squeezing and feeling on them. Doe was only 16. Combs abruptly let go of his genitals and told him that his people would be in touch. Combs continued this party as if nothing had happened, but for John Doe, everything has changed. John Doe eventually recognized Combs sexually assaulted him, and through his power and influence over John Doe, because he knew John Doe wanted to become a star. As a result of the sexual assault, while he was a minor, he experienced his damage, including pain and suffering, physical impairment, mental anguish, emotional torment. The interaction continues to humiliate and cause shame on him. Because of his power and notoriety, he was afraid to report what happened. He became another sexual victim. Okay, I'm calling a cap on that one, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I get it, but I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I'm calling cap on that one. Okay, so all three I'm calling cap on. So, like, bruv, like, you could tell that, and that's the thing about when all these potential victims go to one law firm who's trying to, even if it's 120 lawsuits, they just want to get hit one or two that they're going to get paid from. They don't care who the victim is. These factual allegations are hella short. Like, look how quick I'm getting through these lawsuits. Let's go to 4. So this is another one. Jesus Christ. Okay, so this is 4. Another guy. All right. Let's find factual allegations again. Or not factual allegations. Yeah, factual allegations, actually. Okay, he worked for Royal Reigns Management Procedures Company out of New York City, blah, blah. Through his industry connections, I'd be like, okay, there's a party in 2021. Okay, this is a little bit recent. These connections are and invitations ultimately led to a life-altering and traumatic experience with plaintiff. Combs' businesses picked up plaintiff from the airport and transported him to New York City, where the party was going to take place. Upon arrival, plaintiff noticed several attendants. Plaintiff was immediately offered what he was told to be ecstasy by the associate of Combs' businesses, which he refused. He limited himself to one drink, and even after the plaintiff consumed only one alcohol drink, the effects of the drink was immediate and overwhelming. Okay, they're going with the theme. He drugged him, right? This behavior towards the plaintiff mimics a pattern. Okay, they're just talking about other pattern. Unfortunately, plaintiff was one such victim. A photograph of the exemplary container used by Combs and his agents to insert GHB into alcohol drinks is seen before. Where did this come from? Plaintiff soon became disoriented and the room started spinning. In a state of confusion, he attempted to remove himself from the situation, seeking a safe space. As the plaintiff tried to leave, a male voice told him to hold on, as he promised to help him. The next thing the plaintiff remembered is being in the bedroom. Despite being vaguely aware of his surroundings, he could not move, speak, or fight back. He was paralyzed, feeling as if he was trapped in his own body. Multiple men, began to sexually assault him through sodomy and other forced acts. He distinctly recalls seeing Combs above him naked at one point during the assault. During this time, plaintiff was sodomized by at least 3 men. Plaintiff could feel a difference in the size. Feel a difference in the size of the men when he was being sodomized, further confirming the presence of multiple attackers. Plaintiff continues to attend therapy sessions to address the trauma from these experiences. What? How come this doesn't say, okay, I talked to this person about it. I reported this to the police. I did that. I did this. I went, where's all these things? Like, you would think it would be, whatever. All right. So I'm calling cap on that too. All right. Again, I ain't saying that Diddy innocent, bro. But come on, man. These kind of seem rushed. And this is what happens when a law firm has to present 100 cases. The fuck? Okay, is this the 5th? Yeah, this is the 5th. Sean Combs' infamous white parties were legendaries. Okay, so this is another white party thing. Okay, in 2006, the plaintiff was employed by a security firm. So this is security guard, right? In August of that year, the plaintiff accepted a last-minute job at the Combs East Hampton property, which he believed to be hosting an exclusive party for a white party for a large affluent crowd. Plaintiff noted that the guests arrived in luxury vehicles and many appeared to be executives. On arrival of the plaintiff, he was greeted by Combs and the event host, who expressed interest in meeting all staff members. During their interaction, Combs offered the plaintiff another job opportunity, working security, which the plaintiff ultimately declined due to his father's severe illness and challenges of relocating. Combs appeared sympathetic to the plaintiff's situation and understanding of his decision. As the event progressed, Combs targeted the plaintiff and provided him with an alcohol drink during the night. Security drinking? Whatever. After consuming the second drink, plaintiff started to feel extremely ill and leaned against his truck for support. Based on the information and belief that Combs by himself and through his agents and employees of whatever previously laced his drink with drugs, including but not limited to GHB and ecstasy, the behavior towards the plaintiff mimics a pattern of Combs and his agents to drug people. A photo of the exemplary container, so they use the same photo for two lawsuits in a row now. Like, what container is this? Combs approached him again, inquired about his well-being, displaying what plaintiff initially interpreted as concern. However, he found himself being forcefully pushed into an open van by Combs, and an act that left him in considerable pain. Once inside the van, plaintiff was held down by Combs, who overpowered him. So a security guard got overpowered by Diddy. What the fuck is the point of a security guard? Well, I guess he said he was, inebriated, but okay, cool. In a horrific turn of events, Combs sexually assaulted him by inserting his penis into the plaintiff's anus. Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. Let me not even comment on, like, if you're security, I'm guessing you're a bigger person, than Diddy. Even if you're a little bit, and especially if you're not gay, how the fuck does he force his dick into your ass? Whatever, bro. Yeah, I got it. All while dismissing the plaintiff's pleas for help, saying, "You'll be all right." So apparently the security guard was crying out for help. He kept saying to the security guard, "You'll be all right." After the assault, the Combs left the plaintiff in a van, proceeded back to the party. Plaintiff struggled to leave the party due to the drugs believed to be in the system from the alcoholic drinks Combs provided. As plaintiff was leaving the party, he experienced a disturbing sensation as a lubricant-like fluid leaked from him, which he believed to be semen. Pause. So he's saying Diddy nutted in him, causing him profound disgust. When plaintiff finally managed to leave the scene and return home, he informed his supervisor of the incident. Upon arriving home and showering, plaintiff did notice more semen discharge and intensified his feelings of violation and revulsion. In the aftermath, the assault, plaintiff struggled with the intense emotional pain and mental issues, feeling disgusted and deeply depressed. He has experienced significant impact on his personal life. He's never been married, so now he's blaming Diddy for him not getting married, and often struggles to maintain relationships due to the assault. Plaintiff describes himself as an all-American guy, yet acknowledges not a day goes by without the thoughts of the traumatic incident. Diddy's R-word in the security guards too. So, okay. This is the last lawsuit here, people. Here. Okay, bet. So let's go down again to factual allegations. The rest of these, they're just copying the same thing. Like these feel like copy and paste lawsuits. Okay, Combs and his staff. So this is a 6. This is a woman. So we read one guy, 4 dudes. No, 1 woman, 4 dudes, and this is the last woman right here. Okay. So let's get to it. Combs and his staff regularly invited members of the public to events such as music video shoots, photo shoots, autograph signings in and around the New York City area. One event took place in 2004 across the street from Jane Doe's college campus in Brooklyn. So this is 2004, okay? Through Miss Doe's friends and Combs' accomplices and agents, Miss Doe received an invitation to Combs' photo shoot. She was 19 years old at the time. She was flattered and excited to receive such an invitation from Combs' celebrity in stature. Ms. Doe accompanied her friends to the event and discovered that it was a photo shoot promoting the band. A recording group Combs signed to his record label Bad Boy Entertainment. At the photo shoot, she and one of her good friends, another freshman living in a dormitory with Ms. Doe, were eventually invited to an after party by Combs' business associate. Before leaving for the party, Ms. Doe had met Combs at the photo shoot. Combs told Ms. Doe that her friend that they should come to his hotel for more of an exclusive party. Miss Doe and her friend agreed and were taken to Manhattan Marriott Hotel by a member of Combs' entourage. Upon arriving at the hotel suite, Miss Doe noticed that there were a dozen people there having drinks, listening to music in a relaxed party environment. While attempting to mingle around the party, Ms. Doe and her friend were suddenly grabbed, taken to a separate room off of the main party. Ms. Doe believed that the man taking them to be a security guard, so she went with him. But when they were asked where they were going, he simply told her, "You know what you're here for." After taking Ms. Doe and her friend to the bedroom, the security guard left the room and locked the door. The only person in the room beside Ms. Doe and her friends was Combs. Combs gave Ms. Doe and her friend more drinks and instructed them to imbibe, I guess sniff cocaine he had prepared for use on a coffee table. They didn't want to do the cocaine. Combs continued to gradually get more aggressive with the two women and eventually forcibly start to touch them without consent. When they resisted, Combs ordered Ms. Doe's friend to perform oral sex on him, or he would have both of them killed. None of these sounds like Diddy's MO. But okay. Ms. Doe's friend complied as Ms. Doe begged Combs to allow them to leave. He did not agree. Combs soon turned his sights to Ms. Doe and forced her to take off her clothes again on the threat of violence. Once she was undressed, he forced himself on her to begin to sexually assault her. Combs fondled, molested, and ultimately R-worded Ms. Doe, all while she was begging him to stop. Soon and likely due to Ms. Doe's cries, the doors opened and a security guard from earlier came to ask if everything was okay. Ms. Doe's friend took the opportunity to rush out the recently locked door. Ms. Doe, however, could not move as Mr. Combs was still on top of her. Combs got off Ms. Doe to talk to the security guard. He left the room but told Ms. Doe to stay, otherwise she would be killed. Okay. About half an hour of sitting in a dark room by herself, and another security guard came to tell her she could leave. Ms. Doe gathered her things and left immediately and called a taxi back to her dormitory in Brooklyn. Why didn't she call the cops? Yo, chat, I'm going to be honest with you. All 6 of these lawsuits look like bullshit, bro. Yo, we know Cassie a goddamn victim, bro. There's probably a couple other victims in the mix, but these lawsuits look like bullshit. They look like bullshit. Now, granted, maybe there's just like plain or stripped down complaints that, you know, there's going to be way more evidence and proof of these alleged allegations put forth later. Or they could just be copy and paste lawsuits that this law firm is trying to just file, that hopefully they could just get some type of settlement on any of these. I don't know. But y'all believe any of those yet? Did I believe any of those? I don't believe them one bit, bro. Somebody said, all lawsuits are true facts. Acts in denial. They didn't meet the smell test for me. They all seem cap. And I'm we've read and we've gone over so many lawsuits for Diddy. I felt there was more detail, more nuance, and we started to kind of almost build a MO of, yes, he's a little bit, it seems like he's heavy-handed, but we've never heard the fuck me or I kill you. Or my bodyguards hold a gun to your head as a guy and you have to suck my dick in a clothing store. Like, so me, I don't really buy none of this shit. I ain't gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I don't buy that shit at all. Do y'all? Yeah, and by the way, if you do believe it, it's fine too. You know what I mean? Again, these are going to have to be proven in court. Or, again, these are so thinly described that I'm pretty sure the first thing Diddy's going to do is force everybody to identify themselves, right? By asking the court to reveal their names. Then he's going to do motions to dismiss. And we're going to... The court's going to have to figure out what has validity versus what doesn't have validity. They might do a motion to dismiss, be like, yo, there's no proof that Diddy's met this person. Like, what the fuck? So we will see. We will see, man. All right. Chat. What time is it where you at? It's 4 o'clock here. Yeah, we've been streaming for 7 hours. I know. By the way, thank you all you guys for all the memberships. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you guys for all the donations as well. Dr. QJ, by the way, this is going back to the Gucci thing, Gucci third leg thing. His name is Dr. QJ. He's a member. He says, I'm a doctor here. Herpes isn't the flu. She's undermining the severity. Your general practitioner should educate you, not Google basement writers. Example, herpes encephalitis, immunocompromised associated diseases. Sad situation. Okay. You lost me there, brother. But I am happy that we got some doctors up in the house. I appreciate you. CNG Dusky says, no act. The quiet ones are always the one to watch. What are you talking about? And APB says, yo, well. Let's normalize calling out whore behavior. And Khalid Scott, thank you for the 10. He says, act, yo, play JoJo too little, too late. Rah, thank you for the 20. He says, man, HSV1 can be transferred to the genitals. Act. HSV2 could be transferred orally as well. Deshae Frost, they saw for not addressing the obvious. A female won a $500K lawsuit for HSV1. Thank you. Ruger Red, thank you for gifting like you always do. Rah, thank you for the additional donation. You said, man, HSV1 can be transferred to the genitals. I guess you're saying the same thing. HSV2 can be transferred orally. So you're saying that Deshae Frost is not out of the woods, especially if he fucked or got head in June. Thank you for that. And Jordan D says, yo, act. Gucci third leg fucked Freddie Gibbs' baby moms. Oh my God, really? Robot Therapy, thank you for the 10, says she's a brave soul. Respect to her. Okay. V Cloudsy, it says it was Blueface during the Deshae Frost show. Oh. Somebody said we need a crash out act. Nah, I think we did good today. Somebody says Selena Powell next. Again, I think there's a lot of girls. I'm not saying Selena specific. I think there's a lot of girls who have that's they're not telling nobody. They're gonna watch this girl go through the fire and be like, shit, I'm gonna keep it a secret. I finally have social media. Thank you for the 2. It says eating dicks with bumps on it is insidious work. I shouldn't laugh, but it's crazy. Thank you guys for the people on the Academy channel who did become a sub and also who did contribute. I thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys for watching. Let me see if I could load this up. Somebody was trying to expose some YouTuber on here. I want to read those messages. Playboy Roby says, you're right, Ak. I knew you from the war in Chirac, but you've been doing your thing. You and X talk years ago. Yeah, I do think it was the notable part of what I've done. I don't think that's what made me popular. Now, people do give that credit, because it's notable. You know what I mean? Again, I was doing album reviews back in 2012, but that wasn't as notable as the war in Chirac. The war in Chirac is legendary for many reasons, right? Job Israel, he says, the question is, why do they pay us to make killer music? And he says, Adam don't believe this guy. And he says, I don't believe this guy because he's white. And Jeremy Johnson says, Ruga needs some pointers from Birdman. Yeah, it definitely worked. Birdman handled this thing a little bit better, right? Even though he sat there and folded his arms, right? Oh, trio. Mr. No Matter What said, yeah, Tisa tells they've been going crazy. Yeah, again, if it made financial sense, of course. Like, if it's somebody who you're just going to waste money on, I don't know if I want to waste $100,000 just suing this chick, but if she's making some good money, that I know I could, that my lawyer says, yo, listen, this person, we have these amount of instances of defaming you. And again, very different than reading allegations. Like you could be like, yo, I read a lawsuit and blah, blah. Saying that you know it as a fact. That's how you walk yourself into a nice lawsuit, okay? Vinny98 NYC says, Jay-Z could be a Diddy ally while married. Okay. Boosted by V says, Meek Mill riding Diddy like a dirt bike is wild. Never forget. Yo, stop. Florence, I read what you were saying, and then a lot of people were talking about her while she was on here. Hoodie Mo say he's still hitting. Little Daryl nasty work. Y'all go check that person out. King Coop, thank you for becoming a member. DeMarco Smith says, men stay in your daughter's life. Lex Luthor says, RIP Kevin Samuels, he would have had a field day. Stacks 5th. He says, cancel this 305. I think you've been 304. DeMarco Smith said, how are you clean with herpes? The fuck she talking about? LA says, she's reckless. She has Jaguar-like characteristics. Okay, I'm going to skip past some of these things. Lex Luthor says, Ak was asking all the right questions 7 in a week after she started having symptoms is crazy. Somebody said, did she test the other 7 guys? Sandy Fire Cheeks need her new name. Okay, let me skip past these things. Somebody say, I need to apologize to Gucci. I guess some people believe, Gucci might be telling the truth. Or they might think that, hey, this girl, her behavior sexually is so reckless that you can't just blame it on Gucci. Who knows? All right. Damn. Stacks 5 said he glad she caught it. Wow, damn. Somebody says, they would lock up a man for this. Oh, if a man continues. Okay, I get it. Adrian says, man, celibacy don't seem that bad. Adrian says, everybody got it. Get the fuck out of here. Celibate from now on. America's Munch says, yo, she's GUI LT. What? Knew he had it and wait 2 to 3 years to tell people. She's as guilty as that Diddy with. Oh, she's guilty. She knew she had it and waited 2 to 3 years to tell people. She's guilty as Cassie is with Diddy. Okay. The freakiest year in human history. SSRR says that. Bayesian Cheese. I read that before. Cogdarn, thank you for the membership. Somebody says Mandingo Gucci. Chris, thank you for that. And Eddie Talley says, if you saw something up with his penis, why would you still go through it? She got to take some more accountability. Speaker says, as soon as she says she don't know when she got it, I switched to believe in Gucci. She can't say for a fact who she got it from. And I guess she did have sex with multiple people, Andre says, ask her if she's been a Burning Man, 2022 or 2023. Counselor at large said, does any others in the community, including social media sex workers, in their entertainment news? What? Y'all fried. Okay. H-Town Gal, what's up with you? Thank you for the 20. It says, they all need to load up on them paddy wagon around here and go get tested. Hey, by the way, H-Town Gal, they're saying that Houston is the place. That's where they're saying that's the STD headquarters right now. So you be careful, girl. God's Cologne, thank you for the 2. It says, Ak, he's spitting a Tricious Mountain 20v1. Yeah, we played that, or I couldn't play the whole thing. Yeah. Tio Tyler said, by the way, HSV, we read that already. God's Cologne says his name is Charizard. He burning everything down. Holy. Okay. Lord Hybrid says, thank you for the $100. Oh, very hospitable. It says Kanye was paying her on payroll, which is documented. Kanye got her flying chicks across state line for sex and making her pay them $50K, which is documented. Kanye was running a trafficking organization without knowing it. Kanye's going to jail, damn. Well, it depends on, are the feds going to pursue it? I don't think so, unless they see or they hear about a pattern, right? Hopefully Kanye wasn't on that type of shit. Drill, thank you for the I-10 gifted. That's my boy Joe right there. Diddy, it's a fake Diddy account, but they say I'll be home soon. Speaker says, so yeah, he's a cuck. Yeah, well, it appears that the guys who get too much pussy get tired of pussy and they want to see other niggas fuck the girls or fuck the pussy that they supposedly should be cherishing for themselves. The Culture, thank you for the 2. It says, Diddy, yay, Chris Brown is buck breaking season. Wow, why you throw Chris Brown in there? Florence, it says, Ak, I love the long form lawyer breakdowns. Do you? Appreciate you. I don't know if I'm like boring with you or boring you guys too much. South Dudan says, I rock with you heavy, Ak. You spent hours on Chris Brown, Diddy, and Kanye. When are you going to talk about Lucian Grain's being on the lawsuit? Well, Lucian Grain was on one of the lawsuits and shit, he was removed. And the lawyer who did that got referred to a sanctioning committee. So Sharp, is this Sharp? It says, yo, you need a co-host like I need a job, church. Check DM. I don't think that's Sharp, right? By the way, I did talk to Sharp. Hemi Lifestyle, thank you for the 5 gifted. Speaker, thank you. He said, RP2C, he slid and missed. And Vocalizer, thank you as well. All right. Guys, I appreciate you guys for rocking with me this stream. This has been a ride. All 7 hours and 23 minutes I've been on. I appreciate it. I'm very happy when you guys show up here, give me your very warranted, or not warranted, but very delicate time. And hopefully I entertained, educated, and hopefully I made you laugh at least once. Okay, chat. I'll be back on here tomorrow. We'll be back for the next episode of the Gucci Saga. Will he be back? I don't think he will, but I'll see if he is. If he is, shit. Let's see him defend his name. You know, it appears that he cared a lot about his reputation for even coming on tonight. So we'll see what happens with that. All right. Thanks to Aiden also for involving me in that stream. Guys, I appreciate you guys. It's 4 o'clock on the East Coast, 1 a.m. on the West Coast. It's 9 a.m. in the UK. I don't care wherever you're at on Earth for listening to me. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. Thank you. W Stream, I'm out.